Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, December 6th, 2022. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. This type of trading carries significant risk and should only be attempted with risk capital, i.e., funds that you can afford to lose. All right, let's jump right in. Market is about to open, under 2 minutes. And we have a get in sync long on the YM. Sitting at 33,947. And about 45 seconds. Soybeans also has a get in sync short at 51.50. And now we have a short trade on the YM that just triggered in. That canceled out the get in the long. 944, and market is open. How low did we get there? 43. Yeah, I'd take that down to 42 for an entry. And that stopped out, so that's off the table as well. Good morning, Miles and Pamela. My apologies for getting the stream up a few minutes late, or a little late today. I didn't realize that Kat had not scheduled it. And another short. Also, this one at 944. 942 would be a good one opening for it. Only 17 ticks to target one, so I would carry the fixed target, your primary target to target two at 9, looks like 16 or 17. Yeah, 917. And that one takes a full loss. Risk of 27, 29 if you made the adjustment to 42. Now, did we have a chance to get into? Yeah, soybeans takes a full loss as well. All right, the Russell. Lots of movement right now. Okay, there's our start time. No trade on the short. Well, I say no trade. Yeah, that's a long time bar. I would tend not to take that one anyway on that one. So we pick up the short, and we get this wick before going to money management, it looks like. So I would call that a good trade. Targets 3 and 4 and a small trail for a winner target on number 1, trade number 2. 11 seconds to get in. That should be in, and it's a break-even trade. Still no new trades on soybeans or the YM. Russell with a win and a break even. All right, pound Aussie. We had a get in sync short that basically never came back to our entry. It was would have been a get in sync before going to the stop. So that was a no trade. Now we're in a subsequent short, looking for that entry at 81.33, looking for money management at 81.21. That's our 12 tick minimum. Target one at 81.20. All right, let's take a look at what crude did this morning. Our initial trade was a get in sync. 9 o'clock coming right in here. And actually 2 seconds that was below the entry and never came back before hitting the stop. So that's a no trade. No entry on the short. Then we get a long. 5 seconds, maybe, maybe not. I will say that's probably avoidable. Then we come to, and again, the short trade is cancels. So we finally come to our long at 9:05, and we get a booming target one and target two, 46 ticks from an entry at 75.47. And if you did actually execute this long, you took a 42 tick loss, 21 tick risk. So we still are POQ on the second trade, however you traded that. And that would have been a nice one to have a trailing position running on. All right. So, and there was another short on the YM. 12 seconds back up high and just a spike. What is it? 9.99. We got as low as 9.98. So that likely was avoidable. I will assume that one we did not get a fill on that. Or didn't get an order in time to get filled. And of course would have canceled on hitting the stop. And a loss on the Russell. And then looks like an avoidable trade, just touching the entry on the long and then going immediately to the stop. Yeah, 21 seconds on the bar, but since it just touched the entry, that's likely an avoided trade. We have something similar on the short side. Another 21 second bar. I'm going to assume both of those were avoidable. All right, there is a long that we should be in with the wick, and it just came back to it, and then taking heat now. And the long on the YM, put that at 33. And now a short on the YM at 13. And looks like we went for the long at 13. The short is still a valid stop and reverse, but that will get pushed down to 09 now that we do have a stop and reverse situation. We did trigger into the long. That's another small trade, 24. Yeah, I probably would still go to target 2 with that one. Actually, it's going to be 22. So yeah, I would definitely go to target 2 with that one. Oh, we did. So that is a no trade on the Russell. That went too fast for us to catch before coming down, but it did just barely hit money management. And there's the. So now we have a short on the Russell. 3, 4. Trade number 5. Actually, no. Trade number 4. All right, and this short canceled. Then we've got a new short stop and reverse from 30. No, I'm sorry, from 99 again. 999, 33, 999. Which did trigger in, so we are short and just hit money management. That's a 32 tick target 1, which I believe it just hit. 71. Yep, we got there. And stop. Since we did hit target, stop will be 98. And just hit that. So we took 34 tick risk, so 62 tick loss. We picked up 30 ticks. No, actually 28 ticks to target 1. And 1 on the trailing stop. So 29 ticks from 60. What did I say? 68. So we're down 39. And looking for another trade. We did get target 1 on our pound Aussie trade. That's going to be a POQ trade there. And good morning to late joiners. Arizona Bob, Jeff, Trader Man. And a nice win, trade number 4 on the Russell. Targets 3 and 4 and trailing at 38.1 currently. Now down to 37.1. All right, unleaded gas. Looks like we got a short, no trigger on the long trade. We did trigger the short. That went to a full stop out, at which we stopped and reversed to long. So that was a, oops, wrong one. 68 tick risk, 136 tick loss. So we pick up 33 for target 1, 54 because the stop and reverse adjustment, remember, for target 2 on the trade. The entry at 41. Let's see, that was, yeah, the entry at 1941. It's a 5-tick adjustment, 4-tick stop and reverse adjustment, and a 1-tick key level adjustment. But the real winner here is the trailer from 1941 all the way up to 2077, 136 ticks. So the trailer got us break even, and our targets were our positives. So 2 and done on unleaded gas. All right. A pound Aussie trade trailing and approaching target 2. One moment while I manage the pound Aussie trade on my system. All right, now I'm ready to. The Russell really giving us a nice one here. 33.2 for the trailer. And let's bring up the MNQ and see what it's doing this morning. Okay, so far no trades. 4 minutes after our start time. If you started right at 9:30, it looks like you got a break-even trade out of that. It looks like you'd have picked up the entry right here on this bar with a get in sync. And then it would have come back for a break-even stop out. So nothing right now there. And we have another short trade that I was watching other things on while YM went short. Came through, but lots of time on the bar, but don't know if it came through too far before doing anything, because we had pretty quick, looks like a quick pull through there. But assuming that was tradable, pick up 35 ticks to target 1. And here's another trade, 901. That would have been tough to execute. We picked up 35 and 58 to 47. So 46, and we were just down 39. So that puts us positive. So actually, the yellow short would have been our POQ trade. Not worrying about the long. Soybeans with a short, 66.25. I think that did. Yep, that did touch it, but I would bet that it was too fast to have executed. So I'm going to say that's a get in sync at this point and push it down a tick. That won't affect our target. $14.66 even for the entry. And the Russell did stop out, 33.2. Long trade on the MNQ, 34.75. And that just touched the entry. Looks like just missing target 2 on the pound Aussie, and then we came up and just got ticked out. 81.26 for the stop. So probably about 81.29 for the actual exit, with spreads being about three pips right now. All right. Soybeans definitely in the short now. That came back down and punched through the entry, our adjusted entry as well. All right, and stopping out. So that's a loss on the first trade on the MNQ. No, nothing new on the Russell. And we did have a long on soybeans. Picked up four ticks on a break-even stop out. Note the minimum money management was at a tick above target 1, so target 2 would have been our actionable target. And we didn't quite get there. Prior to this short. So we have a loss. It's 18 ticks times 4 positions. 72 ticks. So we picked up 4, so we're down 68. So pound Aussie is POQ. YM is POQ. Crude was POQ, as was unleaded gas. Russell is definitely ahead. Soybean trade plan, I believe, will allow up to 5. That was the kind of the standard. We have we got a stop out, and we have a potential long 69.75. It touched it. Looks like it touched. That's another case of it touching it. So I take that to 14.70. So that is another 14 tick risk because of the adjustment on the entry. $56 tick loss. That looks like, and Russell with a short trade. And I believe we just hit the entry. So in the short on the Russell. And we also have a short on the MNQ. Lots of time to get in that, so definitely should be in that one. MNQ, it's at target 1. $04.25 would be our stop. So that would be right where I have the cursor sitting. Russell taking some heat. Didn't stop out. All right, MNQ pushing toward target 2. And got within 1. Need one more tick. I usually move the position stop 1 target above, and I believe did we hit that? Target 1 was 688 even. And yep, that's where we got to. So I would have taken target 1, profit at target 1, just to keep from being pushed out. And if you stay in, it ultimately does get to target 2. 20/20 hindsight, but when you come within 1 and it pulls back like that, you really want to get some profit out of it. And the Russell hitting target 1. Now, how much was that worth? So it needed 3 more ticks, and that should get it. So that will put us to break even. Yep, definitely at break even. Micro NQ trailing at 690.25 now. And soybeans did trigger into the long. Russell hitting target 3 on the nose. $6.64. Yep, target 3 achieved on the micro NQ as well. And pushing to target 4 on the micro NQ, target 4 on the Russell. Win number 3, 1 break even, 1 loss so far on the Russell. We can take one more trade. $678.50 for the MNQ stop. That is a filtered short. That is a short against the trend mode indicator, 20 SMA. So that is filtered for the moment. $34.1 for the Russell trailing stop. And we are in our 10 o'clock crude session. Crude with a potential get in sync short. And it did trigger in right there, it looks like. So it did get in sync, it would appear. 32.1 for the Russell trailing stop. And 666.75 for the MNQ. 31.2 now for the Russell. Definitely short on crude. And they push down on crude. Money management, not target one yet. Target one at 46. Got to money management at 48. And there is, yep, that's target one. So that'll be a one and done. Okay, MNQ still 66.75. Russell at 30.7. Crude bouncing off the 200 EMA. Now let's see if it will. Looks like it's going to try again. Yeah, it closed below. Target 2 down here at 76.38. Oh, I'm sorry. That stopped out at a break even before coming down to target 1. So, looking for another trade. Break even stop at 58. Now we're +2. And a full loss on soybeans. $54.75 for the MNQ. 29.7 for the Russell stops. All right, 640 even, 637 even for now for the MNQ. 29.2 for the Russell, still selling off. And no new trades on crude. Trying to pick up another trade to get us out of this session. Break even on trade number 1. 1634, sorry, 634. The MNQ stop, 28.7, and taking some heat. Looks like we got within one tick of the stop. Yep, exactly, on the Russell. Good morning, William. Okay. Were you already done with your NQ this morning? The micro is in a nice short trade at the moment on the 12-point catapult bar, 12-point Renko catapult bar. You must have had a trade then. Oh, did you get? Well, that was a break even. That's really the first winner I've seen so far on the MNQ this morning. Did you have some? You had some other trade on the NQ, or are you trading the MNQ or the NQ? Okay, yeah. So hey, this is the second trade I've seen so that we're still in. It's still trailing it, and it's challenging to stop. Russell did just stop out. Actually, this is our second trade because with the 4-minute wait. Yeah, with you starting on time, you said you didn't pick up this trade, but I didn't. So you had, and this trade was probably avoidable on the loss, but then that was just trade number 2 where it's in now. And still trailing. And just stopped out at 1634. Okay. Now that doesn't take but just a tick or two difference between data feeds. So let's do something there. Okay, yeah, I didn't quite get the crossover right here to get, so I could have gone short. Yeah, that's about where I would see it, but my lines are still separated there by about one tick, so no crossover to be had there for a setup on my chart. Oh, I wasn't watching, and that's going to be. Now, was it too fast? Nope, it wasn't too fast. All right, that's going to be our second money management trade on crude. Just a couple of actually that one, yeah, two 2 1-tick break evens. So we pick up 4 ticks net on the 2 trades, and that's done for the session. All right, so, and we do finally pick up a short on soybeans, 63.75. Okay, this one is on, this is on Counterpunch. It is a 1 1/4 point momentum bar, 5-tick range bar for NinjaTrader, 1 1/4 point range momentum bar for TradeStation. And put this one definitely should be on the Counterpunch website, owner site. I'll pull up the. Originally, this is a one and done plan, which is certainly a valid way to go as well. It's in hybrid mode, meaning that it uses the trend indicator to filter stop and reverses, which we just did right here. The trend indicator was blue, so it's up, and that was a short. The short was filtered out until it went transitioned to red. Which looks to be on that bar there. And then what happened there is the reason it didn't come back is because it was now in the chop zone filter. It would have the stop and reverse, the filter on the stop and reverse comes off on this bar, but the chop zone filter started actually on the same bar. So that was actually filtered by 2 different things, the hybrid trend mode and the chop zone filter. So that didn't come back, but now out of the chop zone and below the 50. But anyway, that's basically default. But 4 bars for setup, 2-tick entry offset using the chaser, 2-tick chaser if it goes beyond an entry before it comes up, either on a get in sync or on a white trade. 4 maximum bars, 2-tick stop offset. We use purple trades for stop and reverses as well. 2 trade cancel bars, 1, 1.5, and 2 on the X factor for the targets. I ignore small setups at 11. I think the default's to 10. Minimum ticks for break even this is one of the things that changes. It's a 6. And it uses a trailing stop beginning at target 1. 2 ticks to trail and 6 ticks minimum to start trailing as well. So that's a quick overview of it. And it looks like we may have our first target for the morning for soybeans. Yes, target 1. So that will bring us to a break even, bring our stop to break even plus 1. 9-tick target. Yes, that's what the plan is set up for, is all 3 targets in a trailer. And it's a $50 a point market as well. It's a quarter point market. So we don't use key level adjustments. Up to 5. It's standard POQ1 up to 5 trades. Primary target is target 1. So if it gets target 1 in positive, you have our POQ. And of course, also the target 1 or 2 money. Well, in this case, money management is target 1. So you're going to get, unless it's a small target. No, there's not a max losing trades on it. It's just a 5 trade max. And if you want to do your own testing. If you want to put in a max number of losing trades, test for it. Obviously, this trade plan originally was suggested by one of our trade room members years ago, when shortly after Counterpunch was introduced, and we've been kind of following it ever since. Target 1 in 9 ticks. Yeah, we're at 63. Looks like 63.25 or 63.50 for the stop. All right, coming. NinjaTrader with a long trade, as is the Russell. And the Russell stopping out. We got to target 1, and it started trailing, but it did not get to break even. Oh, wait a second. Target 1 was 31.2. That's interesting. Yeah, we should have gotten a full break even out of that. Touching right there. Oh, I know it. Yeah, it actually is a break-even trade because we just touched the entry there, but it's already had the trailing stop there that it hit, so it never showed the break-even. But intra-bar break-even should have occurred right there, or actually right there, 29.2. Yeah, T3, actually T3, T4, and trail. This is a 1.5 point custom Renko bar, 1.5 point with a 0.5 half point offset on TradeStation, or a 15 tick Renko bar, 5 tick offset on NinjaTrader using Catapult Russell. So yeah, that actually it's it's the same as the MNQ. It's up to 6 trades, uh, 3 losses, max 3 losses, max up, and four wins, max 3 losses, up to 6 trades. But that was trade number 6 on the Russell today, so that does end the session on the Russell. And 3 wins, a break even, actually 2 break evens, and a loss. Well, but if you only take 3 losses and you're looking at a maximum of 6% drawdown. Yeah, on a really choppy day, soybeans can get bloody, but it can also catch back up very quickly. It's amazing how fast it can catch up. And there we go back into the short stopped out, and we're in a long now. Yeah, if you take 5 full losses, it's a 10% down day. But yeah, we had today we had taken, I believe, 3 losses, and now we're starting to get wins. So we had 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was a break even. 2, 3, 4. This is trade number 5. We got 12 ticks there. We picked up 4 here and had 3 full losses. I don't remember. I'm sure it's happened, but I don't remember. But maybe more than just a couple of occurrences where it took the full 5 losses. Our typical trade plan on Spotlight, I don't, was that a catapult or was that on Spotlight? Yeah, it's extremely rare. Yeah, because yes, that's we used to. I've Yeah, I think he did have some. He had. I know he had some some time based charts on catapult, and I think we did look. We've looked at both. Uh, I think he had a uh, 1.6 point or 16 tick uh, range bar, momentum bar that we looked at, and I don't remember I don't know what the settings he had on that one were. Yeah, no, I've seen him run that chart as well. It was if memory serves, it was a 1.6. 1.6 point or 16 tick. But I don't remember. I haven't got that on my workspace, and I do not remember what the settings for that one are. Those were both of these actually are for as starting points to do your testing. Is that what they were things that came up in discussion either in the room or in some of the training? Okay, looks like the MNQ stopped and reversed out of its long into another short. Oops. Here we go. And soybeans, I had my chart where it wasn't pushing right. So we did pick up our target one, 10 ticks, and 3 more on the trail. So 13. And that's our 5 trade. That's our 5 trades. Actually, that would have been trade number 6. We had 3 losses, 2 win, 3. And that would have been the third. Yeah, that would have been trade number 6. So I miscounted my trades. But that would have been a rather bloody day on soybeans today. All right. So the only thing still taking trades is the micro NQ. Everything else is done for the day. The only loser today has been soybeans. Everything else is POQ. And MNQ, I would definitely, with that good a trade, I would definitely consider being one and done today. So I will certainly entertain questions, but unless there's something else, I believe I'm going to call it a day. I will get the sessions for the rest of the week up in the channel after we finish here. A regular 9:30 session tomorrow, 10:30 crude oil inventory report, and 9:30 session on Thursday. Yeah, sure. You're quite welcome, Pamela. All right. There you go, William. And let me know when you're ready for me to scroll. Basically, I think the only differences from the default counterpunch are its hybrid mode, which is the I041, and the minimum ticks for break even at 6, and which is I22, and minimum ticks to trail, which is I27. Everything else, I believe, is pretty much default. And note, we do not use key levels on a quarter point tick market. And that's into the NinjaTrader specific stuff. And the plots. And that's all. Okay, yeah, that's black, so it doesn't show on the chart, but it does. It's there for calculations. All right. You're quite welcome. Everyone have a good day. And we did stop out on that MNQ short. So that actually is 2 losses now after that one big winner. And we will call it a day. You have a good afternoon as well, William. Or good evening.